What's going on, guys? Haseo here to bring you another episode of Faces and Heels, and in this episode I'll be talking about my thoughts before the pay-per-view. I'll be doing this every month before a pay-per-view and give again my thoughts on what happened on the pay-per-view by the next day, probably every month. And the reason why there are numbers on every match, because I'll be ranking the matches, that 6 being the least that I want to watch, and the first being the one that I really want to watch. So now let's start at number 6. At number 6 is for the WWE Divas title, which we'll see the champion Eve battle against Layla and Kaitlyn. Don't think that I'm a sexist because I don't like Divas matches and it's on the 6th place of our probably what I least want to watch. But frankly, I love Divas matches. But it was during the time when Trish or Lita were champions. I loved Divas matches those times. I thought that they were very entertaining with what Lita brought, and I guess Trish status, and probably those generations. That was for me one of the most interesting and one of the most probably what I like in the Divas matches. And now currently what I usually watch, I don't now usually watch Divas matches. I just probably skipped it, and the only Divas matches I watch is probably in the knockouts, in TNA. That's what I think is the TNA knockouts is more entertaining than the WWE Divas. You could say that, but like what I said, now that the Divas match just sucks, and probably this match will be 3 minutes or probably 5 minutes, or the longest maybe 7 minutes, and I'm really sure that this match is not gonna go to 10 minutes and beyond. Like that's what I think. But disregard, I like the storyline being someone attacked Kaitlyn, so Kaitlyn couldn't wrestle at Night of Champions. I guess ending the dream of Kaitlyn trying to be probably getting a shot for the Divas Champion, you could say that. But the thing here is Kaitlyn is part of the storyline now. I'm never the biggest fan of Kaitlyn. I think Kaitlyn is a below average wrestler. I don't think she's got what it takes to be the top face in the WWE in the Divas division. I don't think, and her mic skills, it's below average too. I don't find her entertaining in the mic. The most entertaining in mic, I guess, probably is Eve. Yeah, I find Eve a great talker, or AJ is the one. And she hasn't proven to me that she can actually be a Divas champion. I just see her as a mid-carder. Probably a mid-carder is already a praise to her, you could say that. Like, no offense to fans of Kaitlyn. I'm just saying that Kaitlyn needs to develop more, or to, I guess, probably to work more, and probably I don't think that she deserves to be in that spot, to be in a triple threat with Layla and Eve. That's what I think. And the outcome of this match is probably someone will have a heel turn in this match, and I think it will be Layla. Maybe it was Layla all along that being behind the attack, but in the end I could not care less on who attacked Kaitlyn or who wins this match. And I guess for what the heck, as I'm doing against a predictions, you could say the winner probably will be Eve. That's what I think. Eve might retain the title, and probably at the end of the match Layla might attack Kaitlyn, and like I said earlier, reveal that it was her all along. Yeah. So now let's go to number 5. At number 5 is for the World Heavyweight Champion, which we will see Sheamus face the Big Show. And the reason it's at number 5, because I didn't feel the storyline or the feud. Like, I know that the Big Show and Sheamus are great wrestlers and can handle themselves on the mic, but my big problem is the WWE creative team has dropped the ball once again with Sheamus' opponent, or the guy that would have a feud with him. First was the again and again match with Del Rio, and now the Big Show. I didn't feel with the Big Show like I didn't feel for Alberto Del Rio, but I guess the creative team has improved, but they need to find a guy versus Sheamus who they could really connect, cause who would really connect with Sheamus, cause Show and Del Rio are not really that guys that could connect with Sheamus. The guy that I think is the one that he faced, I guess, on Monday Night Raw, I guess, was Wade Barrett. I find that match was really top notch. I find that match great, and I just wish Wade Barrett is the next guy to face Sheamus. And for me, what could have a great storyline is that the Big Show is this guy that is willing to go through anyone to achieve success or to become the world champion, and they should have made this match a Hell in a Cell, and just see Big Show punish or maul Sheamus to actually think that probably Big Show might win this match, and just probably by the end of the match or near by the match, Sheamus does a comeback and does something with a brogue kick and just win the match. That match probably would be, I guess, entertaining, and I guess the storyline might be great. Big Show will I guess give an example to, I guess, Sheamus. I guess they did that. I forgot. I guess I didn't watch SmackDown, but I just wish that they could have done a lot more with Big Show and Sheamus, but they did the storyline that Sheamus is not taking Big Show seriously, and that I didn't really like that storyline. No offense to people again that like that storyline, but for me, well, I didn't like the storyline. And I guess from my storyline, what I wanted to happen, if by the end of the match, since Sheamus won the match, Dolph Ziggler could go in, cash his money in the bank, and win the World Heavyweight Champion. That would be probably predictable, you could say that, but now you could see probably a rivalry between Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler. And what I like about Dolph Ziggler, because he could have a match with anyone and just make them awesome and just make them really this since Dolph Ziggler is that great of a wrestler, he can make anybody look good. That's what I think of Dolph Ziggler. And winner, obviously, like I said earlier from my storyline, winner is Sheamus. And do we see Dolph Ziggler cash in the Money in the Bank? I think no. I think not. If they made this match a Hell in a Cell, like what I said, probably what I wanted to be the storyline, I guess I guess we could have seen Ziggler cash in the Money in the Bank. At number 4 is Randy Orton versus Alberto Del Rio. This match, I think, was just a fill-in match, so they were just looking for different opponents for Del Rio and Orton. But what I think this match too is probably, we'll see who would be the next number 1 contender for Sheamus World Heavyweight Champion. That's what I think. The storyline was okay, not that terrible, but I didn't like what I said with Show and Sheamus. I didn't feel, for the storyline. I guess there's something with Del Rio, or I don't know, but I know there's just something that I don't see Del Rio. I think Del Rio needs to probably find the right guy to face, because I haven't really seen feud or storyline with Del Rio that I actually liked him. I guess the closest one is, I guess, with Sheamus, but again, not Sheamus, I guess with Christian, but again, I'm a big fan of Christian, so we'll just see what happens. And I'm not sure if they had a feud with Christian, I guess, but what I think I heard, I think it was Del Rio who injured Christian, and I guess that was, a bit great storyline. I guess it was feuding with Rey Mysterio. That was not Christian. I guess it was with Rey Mysterio. I guess that was the only, probably one of the most entertaining feud with Alberto Del Rio. And if you're asking why it's number 4, and it's because of the ability of Del Rio and Orton. Like what I said, the storyline is not that, it was just okay. But if you're asking why it's number 4, it's, I guess, the ability of Alberto Del Rio and Orton. I think both are great wrestlers and can give us a great match. And the match for me is a bit unpredictable, because we could just see Orton defy the odds with Del Rio and Rodriguez on Del Rio's corner. If probably Rodriguez will try to interfere, probably Randy Orton would just RKO from out of nowhere, and Del Rio will try to attack, but just got another RKO because of this Viper type of thing that it's a bit unstable. I guess that's the only thing that's I think that Orton can win the match. But in the other hand, probably Ricardo Rodriguez will cost Orton the victory. You know, I don't know. I'm not sure how this match will probably, what would be the outcome of this match. But what I think the winner will be is probably Orton. I think the one that will defy the odds and defeat, just RKO the fuck out of Rodriguez and Del Rio. I think that might work with Orton, with Orton's character, and Orton might defeat Del Rio and probably interfere the match between Big Show and Sheamus. I guess probably this would be a match after, or probably two matches after. I'm not setting the ones in the picture. I guess I'm not setting it up how the pay-per-view will the pay-per-view be chronology fix. I think that's just what I want. I guess the least and the greatest, like I said earlier in the intro. And I think, like what I said earlier, I think not Sheamus, I guess Orton might interfere in the match between Big Show and Sheamus, or I guess attack Sheamus after the match, because I think in this match, the Del Rio versus Orton, we'll probably see, like I said earlier, who will be the next number one contender for Sheamus title and enter Sheamus versus Orton feud. And it will make a lot of sense because rumors, or I guess been talks, or Orton himself been teasing in Twitter that he has been wanting to turn heel, and if he does in this pay-per-view, for me he is the right guy to face